Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean, and this is our nightly video report for Wednesday, February 1st, 2017. We saw a little bit of everything today. They gapped the markets higher, then dropped them, then moved them higher again, and we pretty much ended the day right where we started. I think really what it's doing is giving us a clue as far as really, let's just say how kind of tired this market is right now. And you can see once we started getting into the where we started seeing extreme sentiment up here, it's been having a really, really hard time breaking. Now, it has not broken down, and we're probably really not going to get any kind of panic until we see this 2251 get taken out. If that gets taken out, then I believe we're going to start seeing some panic, and we'll probably get down to the 2234, and then a good chance are coming down to this 2190. But right now, just the fact that we haven't seen, when we get a drop and then they shoot it right back up again, it's just showing us that the market's tired, and the market's going to give us some information every day, even if it doesn't do anything. Close the day right where it started, but the fact that they gapped it up and then came back down again is telling us that this market is still weak. So, here's the gap up down yesterday, and then we pretty much ended right around here. And what they did was, they tried to gap it over resistance. If you remember, I said this is the resistance, and really the way that the bulls like to get over resistance is gap it up when nobody's really trading. But it made it right up. It never closed the gap, came pretty close to it, but then came down and also closed the gap up. So it's just showing us that the market is not weak. Does it mean that we can't head back up and close this gap? No. I mean, we came pretty damn close to it within a tick, I think it was. But in any case, no, we might. But my overall point is that the market is weak. It's tired, and it should be. I mean, it's had a massive run. Especially going in from November, it's pretty much gone straight up on it. So it's looking for a rest. I believe that we're in the beginning stages of the drop, and I think we're going to be going a lot further than we are. I'm just maintaining my short positions right now. I haven't done anything. If it gets above this 2301, I may elect to just step aside and say, hey, you were wrong, and take a 11, 12 point hit on the S&P, which really isn't that bad. It's less than 1%. But my point is, unless we start breaking above these levels here, I'm just maintaining my short that I'm probably averaging in right around the 22.88 in that range there. So as you can see, we only made it really to the midway line on the SMI and momentum. So this is all it took last time before they ramped it higher. But again, when they don't take any good breathers or to get some time to digest a move, and they only get to the midway point, often what happens is I try to explain it like when a rocket takes off the ground, it has, it's able to push higher a lot faster because it's pushing off the ground. When you're up in the air and you hit, the rocket, it's just going off of air, so it uses a lot more fuel, a lot more energy to move higher. And when you don't give yourself any time to refuel, and you keep trying to burst the rocket up in midair, eventually it runs out of steam, and from there there's no buyers left, and we go head down faster than anybody was really anticipating, and that's when we get panic, and that's pretty much when it sets up a perfect buying opportunity. Right now, I do not like the long side. I'm short. I think there's a lot more points to the downside. They may try to frustrate some people for a while, but eventually I see this thing cracking, and it's going to probably be setting up a real good buying opportunity, but it may not be until we see 2150 on the S&P, which is a lot of points lower than where we are right now. So here you can see on the gap, this is the move yesterday, where we found support at the 78% retracement. If I go to a 5-minute, gap up here right into the 62% retracement. So if they head higher, we're probably going to see the gap fill in 22.93 or the 78% retracement hit. Really, if the bulls can move it above the 21.81, then we're probably coming back up to test these highs. If the bears get it through this 22.74, then we're probably coming all the way back down to the 2267. And if that's the case, I think we're going down to at least touch the 50-day moving average, which I still am on the side that I think it's a necessity before they even, think about trying higher. But that's just me. The market's going to do what it wants to do. I just think it's going to come down here first, find support, get some reasons for people to try to buy into it, and get them all loaded on the long side before they drop it and possibly come down to the 200-day moving average. So that's about all I have for tonight. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.